It is always said that love is the biggest virtue, the biggest power. Yes. And Baba is the ocean of love. And we receive Baba's love. But in order to receive something, you need to know you need to appreciate that thing, because you see that if you look around, the sun is free, yes? The sun that is shining in the sky is free for everyone. And the sun is a source of vitamin D. But there is a vitamin D deficiency all around the world because we don't appreciate what the sun gives and we don't take it. Yes, so if you keep sleeping when the sun is rising and in the early morning hours, then how does the sun benefit you? So this is the paradox in Kali Yuga, that even if you're getting something, you don't even have the understanding or the intellect to appreciate that. And if you did, then you could get everything, because in Sangam Yuga, you see, Baba, who is the bestower, is here with us and he is showering us with everything. But the question is, are we taking it? And Baba says, I am the ocean of love and I am showering you with love. But do we understand love? Do we appreciate love? Now you see, there is a very distorted idea of love that we carry. So what is your image of love? If I just asked you to draw an image of what is the picture of love, or what do you call as love, then it's mostly this thing about somebody being sweet to us, nice to us, and cuddling us and pampering us. That's the image that we carry in our minds. But is that any indicator of love? Because does it really require love to be sweet and nice and pamper you and cuddle you? One could do that out of selfish interest also. And one could do that out of lust also. But if we carry this kind of a fixed image in our heads, then we really don't know whether it is love or not. And in this world, and you see, you always see through your buddhi. So your experience of everything is pretty much an aspect of your buddhi. And if the ideas you're carrying in your buddhi are distorted, then your experience of reality will be very distorted. Yes, are you getting it? So if somebody is coming with a selfish interest or a wrong intention or with lust in his heart, and then that person is being very sweet and nice and polite and giving in to all our demands, then we usually fall for it as love. Yes, and I will tell you one thing. There is this little child and she's, I think, 12 years of physical age. That girl is 12 years of physical age, and her mother, she always keeps stopping her from using creams and lipsticks and this makeup and stuff, and she would always tell her, no, you look nice the way you do and there's no need to dress up like this, and just comb your hair and be neat and clean, that's it. But whenever her her another relative, she is also another woman in the family, when she talks to her, she says, I'll send you nice lipsticks and creams and designer things with which you can decorate yourself. And then this girl has an interest of talking to that lady every 2 hours. She would tell her mother, I want to talk to auntie, I want to talk to auntie. And then this lady, she always tells her that whatever she is telling you is not for good. So you don't need to listen to her. But that's a very close family equation, and she cannot directly tell her to stop because she's afraid that it might not have good consequences. Well, that again is debatable, but then she's not talking to her directly, talking to the lady directly. But the child absolutely refuses to listen to the mother. And the child says that you don't love me and auntie loves me. And that's why auntie is giving me what I like and I want, and you are not. So you see that if your buddhi is not accurate, if you are not able to discern good from bad, right from wrong, then what looks like love could actually be the opposite of love. And you definitely don't know what's going on there. And you see, with all this Hollywood, Bollywood, and all the stuff that we are watching these days, our idea of love is totally distorted. And we don't understand that attachment, selfish interest, lust is all camouflaged as love. And it is presented to us in such a way that we have also kind of deeply accepted that this is what love looks like. And we fall for that thing because we think that this is what love looks like, feels like, and when somebody makes us, feel like that, we feel that that is love. But that's not love. That's lust, that's attachment, that's that's selfish interest, or even malicious interest that is camouflaging itself as an idea of love. But and you see these days, it is very sad that when when we see young children, and even there's not much difference between young and old. Everybody, they are falling for the wrong kind of relationships where there is only hurt, betrayal, violence, and it all starts with that, with that illusion of love. And I remember there was this one girl, and she used to come to the center, and one day I saw that she had marks over her hand, and those were marks made through a knife. And and she had covered it with a dress, and but I happened to see it, and then I asked her, just open it and show me what is it. And then she showed me, and then she said, I tried to kill myself. So these are marks from that. I tried to commit suicide. So I told her, but why did you do that? So she said that there is a man in my life, and in the beginning he was very nice and sweet, and he always gave me 100% attention all the time. And I felt like I found the person I had been looking for, and this went on for 2 years. And now I know that that person is married, and that person is now, and if I continued the relationship despite that also, but then now he is ignoring me because maybe he is under the threat that I would expose him or something, and because he is ignoring me, I can't handle it. And I feel like death is better than being in this kind of life where the person you love so much is ignoring you. And I was just thinking about this girl, that she is in a 2 year, 3 year period, what has she become? Yes, earlier that person was not part of her life, and today she is ready to kill herself because that person is not giving her attention. And just think about what this kind of dependence, codependence, or attachment is doing to you. And this is not even codependence, this is one sided. But when you are in a codependent relationship also, where you're equally dependent mutually, in those settings also it is equally harmful, because every soul is losing its power, losing its strength, yes, losing its ability to be on their own. And it's all packaged as love, and we don't understand that. And I'll also talk about many other things, like Baba tells us that I am the ocean of love. But Baba, what is love actually? We can only understand and experience Baba as the ocean of love if we understand love, if we recognize love. And you see that Baba tells us that I am your supreme father, supreme teacher, supreme Satguru. I am in all relationships with you. Yes, I am your mother, brother, friend, I am your beloved, I am your surgeon, doctor, I am your child. So just think about what love in all these relationships means. So just think about what love of a parent means. Does love of a parent mean that the parent allows everything that the child wants to do? Yes, is that the love of a parent? Because you see, that's how it's interpreted these days. And these days, because whatever we are getting, these nasty and distorted ideas are coming from the world, and we are being fed with this idea that a parent should say yes to everything the child wants and asks and demands. And that's an ideal parent. And you see, the child, we get these, we see this in movies, serials and everything, that when the child wants as a child he wants a toy, as an adult he wants a car, and the parent is just saying okay, then that child hugs the parent and says you are a nice parent. And wherever the child wants to go, the mother allows. So that's a nice parent, and the mother is allowing the child to sneak into places where whether they should or shouldn't go is debatable. So all that is considered as love. But do you even understand that that is not love of a parent? A parent has to discipline you. The job of a parent is to discipline the child. But why is our, and you must have had parents, many of us have had parents who have really disciplined us. But then those parents who disciplined us also didn't make us feel good. Yes, so there are parents who spoiled their children by not disciplining, and there are parents who spoil their children by disciplining. Because you see, our relationship with discipline is very twisted. We have always associated discipline with force. And because there is always discipline with force, there is trauma when there is discipline. So, parents who discipline, they also traumatize the child. And there was one sister, she was telling me that my parents were very strict, and they would never let me go out of the house, or never let me stay at my friend's place for a long time. And I understand today that all they did was good, and I was physically protected because of that. And that's true, because many of my friends who went through abuse and violence, that happened because their parents didn't impose that kind of restriction. But she said that, I always wonder, what should I do as a parent? Because now I have a little girl, and it's a dilemma whether I should let her do her thing or whether I should be like my parent and restrict her from, going to people's houses and spending time, with outside a lot. So what is it, sister, that I should do? So then I told her that, you see, your parents restricted you, but they did not give you what you were seeking. So what you were seeking was entertainment and companionship. So a parent has to, not allow not allow you to explore it the way you are seeking it, but they also have to compensate for what you're looking for. And then they have to be in and around you and give you that support, that companionship, so that you don't miss going out. And if you just say don't go out, but you are also not available for the child, then what does the child do? Sit and curse you in isolation. Because the child doesn't understand why you are, what you're protecting them against. So Baba says that I give you love, and you see, love is the prerogative of a powerful soul. You cannot be a weak soul and love. It doesn't work like that. So Baba is the ocean of love. Baba is, Baba is the Almighty, and that's why Baba loves. And you see, the love of a parent, Baba is our parent first. And what does he do as a parent? His love is in disciplining us with love. Just think about how many things about discipline, whether it is physical discipline, emotional discipline, spiritual discipline, how much discipline have we learnt with, with Baba without being hurt, have we not? So we are disciplining ourselves, and Baba is not doing it with force, he is doing it with love, but he is not forgetting his duty of disciplining us. And that's Baba's love. And when you understand, when you start appreciating, and you see, you cannot get anywhere in life without discipline, can you? No, you cannot get anywhere in life without discipline. Discipline is, and Baba calls it kaida, and if kaida, maryada, these are the things that you need at every step of your life. If you can't discipline your physical senses, if you can't discipline your mind, if you can't stick to a timetable, then what can you do in life? Yes, and I remember, there was this one brother, and he told me, he was very sad, and he said, I lost a deal. And I thought, that he's sad, and also I tried to comfort him a little. And then he said, I lost that deal because I did not reach on time. And it was not because, it was not because of other factors. It was just because he didn't get up on time, and he was running behind in his schedule, and that was his own doing. So I said, but instead of thinking that you want to be somewhere, you should focus on the qualities you need to be there. Because just saying that I want to be here and there and everywhere, that's not going to help you. I'll tell you another incident. There was this one brother who came and told me that he was preparing for civils and he didn't crack it. The prelims, the results were out day before yesterday or something, and he didn't pass that exam. And then he looked so dejected, so disheartened. he was almost about to cry. So I asked him, do you really think that you should become an IAS with this kind of a mindset where you can't take one failure? I don't think so. So, you have to have that kind of mental discipline, emotional discipline, where you are able to be, achal, adol, and stable in every situation that you come across. And how can you be an IAS officer without that? So he told me, yes, probably you're right. And I said, and you're being given that time in the drama, you see. You have attempts left. So drama is giving you that opportunity to prepare yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and by way of study. And study is only one part of it, but you have to be vibrationally prepared for it. And if you're not vibrationally prepared for it, how do you crack it? So this is the thing. And it's the job of the parent to prepare the child for the world. And when you prepare the child for the world, then discipline and resilience and inner strength, and these are the factors that matter. And Baba is doing all of that to us, but he is not hurting us in the process. He is not feeling us strangulated and suffocated in the process. He just makes us feel like it's child's play, it's very easy, and he's doing that for us. And that is Baba's love. And when you start appreciating Baba's love, then what do? You start reciprocating to it. When you understand that, and you see, nobody apart from your parents, if they do, because mostly these days physical families, Lokik families, they are all dysfunctional. So parents also don't do the job of disciplining their children. Yes, and parents also don't do the job of preparing them for the world in an ideal way. And apart from physical parents, there is only one entity who would do it. That's Baba. And Baba says, this is your, and just think about how big a responsibility and how big a task Baba takes up for us. Who else? If I tell you to discipline somebody today, what you would do is shout and scream at them and then lose your patience and hand them over back to me. This is what people do. Yes, they don't have the patience and the love and the perseverance that it takes to discipline somebody. And it takes a lot of love and patience and perseverance and constant guidance and motivation to discipline somebody. And Baba is doing that to us, and that is a big thing. And just look at what Baba has made you from the day you came. And Baba makes us realize our mistakes. Baba makes us acknowledge our mistakes also, and we do it without any shame, any guilt. And Baba accepts us with our mistakes and then also has faith that we will do better tomorrow. And we don't feel that I'm a bad person because I did a bad thing. Baba makes us feel that that thing was bad, but you are not a bad person, you're a very good person and you will do better tomorrow. And these are the traits of the supreme parent. And the human parents are not even any close to that these days. But Baba says that I am like that for you. And when you appreciate Baba's love as a parent, then what do? You become an obedient child. You love to surrender to such a parent. But if you don't appreciate the love of this parent, then you always, you keep resisting that palna, that sustenance that Baba is giving you. You keep ignoring the effort that Baba is making to make you disciplined. And just think about how many times in one Murli Baba says, remember me, child, remember me, I'll charge your battery, it'll burn your sins, this will happen, that will happen. But what do we do? Do we pay attention to that direction? Why don't we pay attention? Because we don't value Baba's love. Yes. Do you have the patience and the stamina to tell somebody with so much love every day? Repeat this to anybody with so much love every day. And does Baba sound frustrated and, giving up on us ever? So, does Baba have that tone that I've been telling you for 5 years and you're not listening, so, do whatever you want? No, Baba never has that tone. And with so much love, every day Baba is again here telling us to do what we need to do. And this is Baba's love. And when you started appreciating that, when you have the buddhi to understand that this is love and you start appreciating it, then you reciprocate to it. And how do you reciprocate to God the parent? By being a good, obedient child. And you do it lovingly, happily, and easily when you appreciate the love of Baba. And love makes everything easy, and there is a phrase called labor of love. So, whenever you understand and feel somebody's love, then that experience of love makes you do big things very easily. And self-transformation becomes very easy when you start appreciating Baba's love for you. Then Baba is the supreme teacher. And you see, Baba teaches us. And every day Baba is teaching us and reinforcing the truth for us. And Baba as a teacher, what is his speciality? He tells you the truth about himself and the beginning, middle and end of the world drama. So Baba says, I am the supreme teacher. I do not teach you physics, history, geography. I teach you the knowledge of the supreme soul and the knowledge of the beginning, middle and end of the drama. And every day Baba is doing it to us with so much love. And you see that it's new knowledge. Yes, it's new knowledge. And it doesn't enter our heads very easily, does it? So, does it enter our intellects that this is Sangam Yoga and we have to prepare for Sat Yoga, and this is the time to go back, this is not the time to be attached to the old world, and Baba is who he is, not Baba is not who we think he is. And Baba keeps speaking this knowledge to us, revising this knowledge to us every day. Yes, and with a lot of patience. So, can you teach the same chapter every day to somebody until he understands with the same love and patience? Yes, and I remember Jayanti Didiji was sharing this one experience that she did not know Sindhi. She did not know how to read and write Sindhi. And she wanted to learn that because in the early days, Murlis were written in Sindhi. So she wanted to learn to read and write Sindhi. So she approached one brother, and he was a senior brother, and he said, okay, I'll teach you Sindhi. And then one day she did not, the first day when she had to go to learn, she was late and she was doing some seva, and she couldn't get free from that. And then the next day she again asked that brother that, can I come today? So he said, of course you can. And then again next day she couldn't be on time because again she was held up in some seva. And this happened for 3-4 days, and later she did not have the courage to again go and ask that brother that can I come today, because she felt that this is not something you can do repeatedly. But you see, when it comes to Baba, the teacher, do you ever feel that even if you have not been a good student, even if you have not paid attention to yesterday's class, does it make you feel guilty to attend today's class? No, Baba is always so loving, and Baba is always so, Baba never gives up on us. And that's the quality of a great teacher, the ideal teacher, that he teaches the truth every day with the same love, patience, and enthusiasm. Every day when Baba says you are a soul, consider yourself to be a soul, he doesn't feel like he's saying what he said yesterday. It feels like he's saying something new. So that's the quality of Baba as a teacher. And you see, I don't know whether they do it these days, but yes, when I was a student in school, we used to have a column in the report card where we used to mark the character of the student. So, obedience, punctuality, sweetness, and whatever. So, there were various sections, and the teacher used to give grades on that also. And then I remember one time I asked my father, why do the teachers rate me about this? So he told me that it's because the teachers are supposed to teach you these things also. So I said, okay, but they don't teach us, they only rate us. So he said, no, but they are teaching you. You may not understand that, but they are teaching you when you're not on time. They are telling you, they close the gate, so you have to be punctual. And then they are teaching you to be obedient because they beat you with a stick when you don't do that. So that's how they're teaching you. So I said, okay, that's the way. Okay, fine. So you see that Baba also as a teacher not only teaches us the truth, but he also teaches us virtues. Yes, and Baba's Murli teaches us how to imbibe virtues, how to be pure, patient, sweet, how to have the balance of love and law. So Baba teaches all of that also. And as a teacher, Baba not only teaches us the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end, but also teaches us what to do. He tells us how to go back to the beginning again. He teaches us the method to change from a human to a deity. And he also teaches us all the virtues that we need to imbibe. And he does all of that with a lot of love. He never uses a stick. But sometimes, yes, Baba is strict. Baba will tell you that if you don't do this, you will fail. Yes, and he will tell us that if you don't do this, you will not get a good position. So all of those things he does for us. But he's a loving teacher, and in all his act, even when he cautions us, he doesn't do it in an angry way. He does it with a lot of love. And you understand that he's warning you, but you don't get scared with that warning. You pay attention with that warning. So this is the way Baba loves us as a teacher. And when you understand Baba's love as a teacher, then you become a good student. A good student who acts knowledgefully, who imbibes virtues, and who reciprocates to the teachings of the teacher by being an embodiment of his teachings and his virtues. So Baba tells us that I am the ocean of love, and when you understand love truly, then you have love only for me. Because nobody else can love you the way I do. But because we have lack of understanding of love and appreciation of love, that's why even when Baba is here, we are drawn towards those who feed us with lust and attachment and vices. So this is why Baba says, clean your intellect, understand my love, reciprocate to my love, and then what will you become like? You will become very loveful, and you will not need anybody's love and support for 21 births. Okay, Om Shanti.